Later is a Pinterest partner. They're in the Pinterest partner program. That means they have been vetted. Their tool is API approved. They follow all of the Pinterest best practices, so you know when you publish content through their tool, you are going to follow all of the rules that Pinterest has set aside for businesses. So I think that's actually fabulous. If you are new to me, hi, hello, my name is Heather Farris. I run a Pinterest marketing agency and education company, and I'm helping you to make your Pinterest marketing easier to achieve. Today's video, all about later for Pinterest marketing, is a hybrid video. Just like every other review style video I've done on this channel, I review the tool and I give you a tutorial of how to use it. So while reviewing it, I'm showing you exactly how to use it. Now, I've also done a full review in a blog post, which I will also link in the description, and I also show you in the tutorial part of this video. So overall, just really quick before we jump in, I want to let you know, for a Pinterest scheduler for Pinterest, from a Pinterest manager, Pinterest educator perspective, I'm giving this tool a 3 out of 5. So let's actually jump into the tutorial and the review so you can find out why. Inside of your later social dashboard, once you have created an account and connected a profile, this is what you will see once you log in. I have gone ahead, for the sake of time for this video, signed up for a free trial on the starter plan. Let's go ahead and just quickly, as we talk about later and get an intro, talk about the pricing. So later's pricing for social media, make sure you're on the right tab, is $25 billed per month on the starter plan, and you get a social set. So you can have, Facebook, Instagram, they're right here. It's one of each: Facebook, Instagram, X, Pinterest, TikTok, LinkedIn, YouTube. One social set is one profile per the 7 platforms. And if you pay for a year, you are billed 16.67 cents. So this is quite a difference. You get 4 months free if you bill yearly. So that is an incentive. If this platform is something that you end up wanting to do, I would consider billing yearly because the price is considerably different. Now, the next tier up is the growth plan. That is $30 a month billed yearly or $45 a month billed monthly. That is quite a jump. You get 3 social sets and 150 posts per profile. I didn't talk about the posts per profile on the starter plan. I think it's just for the amount that you have to pay. I just don't think it's enough. I think people would want to schedule more, but I don't know. This is just me. I'm thinking from a Pinterest creator standpoint. I definitely would want to schedule more than 1 pin per day, and I do schedule more than 1 pin per day. I also think the limited AI credits on the starter plan is a disappointment. I would like to see on every social media platform that is using AI credits or AI writing to allow the same number of credits per post that you can schedule. So if you have 30 posts, I'd like to have 30 credits at a minimum. If you allow 150 posts, 150 credits. That, I think, would be fair. Now, as we move into later, let's actually just talk about the general ease of use for this platform. I measure on, when I do these reviews, 6 different things. So pricing for later to me is, it's pretty low. So I score on a 1 to 5 basis, 5 being beyond expectations. I priced later for pricing and affordability at a 3. It's pretty average out of all the social media networks, as long as you're using the tool for all of your social media scheduling needs. So pricing is a 3. The next thing I base it off of is ease of use. How easy is it to use the tool? Because if it's not easy to use the tool, you're not going to adopt it. So for general ease of use for later, I think it is pretty easy to use. It's pretty intuitive. They have a media library. So if you click that in your left-hand menu and click Manage Media, you can bulk upload media straight to your media dashboard here, and it's going to add it in. And then if you just wanted to add content directly to your calendar, you could also do that. So anything from the media library is going to show up in this left-hand column here in between the left menu and your calendar. And all you have to do is just simply drag content over to the day and time you want it to be scheduled, and it will open up this box. Now, I want to show you just a couple of other ways that you can actually access and create content with your later media. If you click anything open either in this little tiny media column or in the media library. If you open any individual item and you click create pin, it's going to take you back to that one box you just saw. If you were to drag this piece of content onto the calendar, it's automatically going to create a pin for you. Now that's going to be dependent upon the profiles that you have attached. So if you were choosing Instagram, for instance, and you were to drag content over, it would show for Instagram, and this would be optimized for Instagram. Because I'm only doing Pinterest today in this video, you're only seeing what it looks like to optimize for Pinterest. So you're going to go ahead and place in your title. You're going to move your URL down because I pulled this piece of content in using the web app. It is just pulling the content into the description box for the title that's assigned as well as the URL. Now, the title is actually the title of the image that is uploaded to the blog post. So if you need to change your pin title because your actual title that comes through to later is just maybe your main keyword, then, keep that in mind as well. You might need to change your title. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about ease of optimizing your pins. In this section of the video, I want to talk about the saved captions feature, the AI writer, and the alt text beyond your just basic optimizing for Pinterest. Because Later is a Pinterest partner, there is obvious that you have to choose very specific things in order to optimize your pins for Pinterest, and that's based on Pinterest best practices. So you have to choose a board, you have to apply a title, a description, and a URL. Optionally, you can also apply alt text, and that will map over to Pinterest for people that are using screen readers. So keep that in mind. Now, outside of those main points for Pinterest best practices, a couple of things within optimizing your content that you can do is you can save captions for later. You can quickly copy the text that's in your current description, and you can save this for later just by clicking save caption, and you can use this again later on. Another thing inside of optimizing your Pinterest pins that you might come across is the AI caption writer. Now, you have to obviously accept their terms of use and their disclaimer and all of that stuff and click get started. So it says it's going to create up to 3 captions. 1 credit is used for each successful caption generated, and your credits will be used upon, clicking generate caption. So it says change tone, rephrase caption, or generate new caption. So what I would do in this instance is put in exactly what you want it to create, choose your tone, and click generate caption. Then I would actually just copy all of that out. And I don't know why it just did that 3 times, but I would add all 3 captions to your thing here. Then I would close out, and then I would click saved caption and add new caption, and then I would just add these in. So you actually get to utilize all these captions that you're generating. So your 5 captions per month turn into more than 5. So just go in and then save all of these. And voila, you now have 3 captions generated from the Later caption tool. Okay. Go ahead and click scheduled post. It is going to drop that into your queue. Again, this is, for some reason, when I pull it over to the calendar for the date I want it to schedule on, it just defaults to current day. So that's kind of wonky. Ease of optimizing and scheduling your pins is pretty easy and pretty straightforward. You just saw me schedule a pin. That was super easy. There's nothing more we need to talk about with that. Now, if you want to edit your content at any point, you just have to click open the option. If you want to duplicate your post, you can. If you want to delete your post, you can. If you want to change the image, so maybe you wanted to use the same title, description, and board, but you wanted to change the image to a different one, you could also go that route. So rather than creating all new content, you can use 80% of your content, the board, optimization, everything, just change the image. So keep all of that in mind. The next thing I want to talk about briefly is analytics. I just connected this Pinterest account back to Later today. For the purpose of this video, I do not plan on using Later for any length of time. I'm currently paying for Tailwind and Buffer. I use the native Facebook integration, and sometimes I even use the native LinkedIn integration for scheduling. So I don't need another scheduler tool. So I wasn't planning on collecting any data for you guys to see. My opinion on this has not changed since I wrote the blog post. So if you go to the blog post and you look at the detail on the analytics, you will see I'm not a huge fan. I would rather you just use Google and Pinterest analytics directly to view your analytics for Pinterest. If you're using this for a social media scheduling suite, the analytics are probably well above par. That is pretty much it with your later scheduling tutorial and review. Overall, if you would like to read more about the review that I gave to later, the score and everything, you can visit the blog post. I tested Pinterest schedulers, so you don't have to. I keep this blog post really well updated. I will be sure to link it in the description of the video. And of course, if you have any questions or any other scheduling tools you want me to review, please leave them in the comments. Now that you've seen how to use the tool and you've seen the review I've given the tool, which is really middle of the road, would you believe me if I told you that these companies actually watch these videos and they take our feedback seriously? Because they do. I've had a number of these tools actually reach out to me after publishing these videos and ask for my feedback. As a Pinterest marketing expert, what would I have them change? What features are my community telling them that they want? So now is your opportunity. If you use Later, or if you like to use Later and you have feedback for the company, you should leave it in the comments down below, because chances are they will see this video. Aside from that, if you have any other scheduler tools for Pinterest that you want me to be aware of, that you want me to potentially review on this channel, can you leave them in the description down below? Because I have my little bubble of tools that I always update over the years, but I am clearly aware that there are a ton of new tools available. So if you have a different one as you're watching this that you would like me to review, leave it in the comments down below. Now, if you need more Pinterest marketing advice and education, head on over here, watch those videos, and I will see you there.